and thank you for tuning in to Number One Liaison's channel for all of your business needs. You can check out our website at numberoneliaison.com. Also, you can email us at info@numberoneliaison.com for all of your business support and administrative and call center needs there. So, in this episode, we actually will be discussing how to legitimize your business. So, there are several steps that one would need to do in order to legitimize their business. And legitimize, I don't mean just having a business name or having a phone number to operate it on. Not so much as location wise, but definitely the steps to legitimize it. So, stay tuned for that. Also, for some of the services here that you guys need assistance with, contact me. I'll help you with that. And the first thing in how to legitimize your business that you will want to do, or not the first thing, you don't have to pretty much go in any particular order. Just saying, disclaimer on that. Now, you want to establish a business phone number in the 800 realm. 800-866-888-855-8 something. Okay, in that realm, one that everyone pretty much is aware of. So, an 800 number of some sort. Also, or a toll-free number, I should say. There's Grasshopper, Ring Central, a couple of other places that offer this for a very cheap rate. So you should be able to find out or research a little bit on a couple of the places that do that. There's different options as far as, you know, payments and what you're looking for as far as budget with the different companies. So what I do recommend is no Google Voice. Google Voice is a no because it will not pass business verification for a lot of the things that you want to do in order to legitimize it. That will go along the steps to figure out, or I'll let you know. So basically no Google Voice numbers when getting or obtaining the business phone number. Also, you want to choose a business name. Now, some Secretary of State websites actually give you the option of searching at that point to either search for and reserve your name at that point to make sure that it's not already in use in that state by another business or another person by any means necessary in that case. Some states do not offer that option. Being that some states don't offer that option, you do want to do a Google search or whatever your, Bing, DuckDuckGo, whatever your preferred search engine is. And see what's out there in relation to that business. Also, you can do a domain search as well to see if that business name has been taken. So, you can kind of separate yourself a little bit in that aspect because that's going to be a very important thing coming along and what you'll need to do. Some of the, what I forgot to mention, some of the Secretary of State websites do not give you the option to check that, but they will give you the option to do a business name search rather. But they will give you the option to list up to 3 companies' names or options of a name in relation to the name that you would like to choose, just in case that name is not available that you're looking for. So keep that in mind when you're searching, that you may or may not have the availability to access or search for that information on the Secretary of State website. So do your due diligence on the other search engines prior to going to the Secretary of State to get your name. Now, as well, you want to purchase a domain as well, a domain name. Those are usually about $20 or under, depending upon the domain name of choice. If it's a popular one or you're going along something that's already been established and you're kind of trying to hang on that, those may cost a little bit more. But general ones are usually about $20. Okay, so you want to use that to as well separate, yourself from other businesses. So you want to try to have that in the business name if possible, or as close to it as possible. Okay, so you also want to establish a business email address, info at your name at services at, sales at, customer service at, whatever you need to put before that at, and your domain name .com. it's up to you. You want to have probably 3. I recommend at least a minimum of 1, which will be the info at, which is the general one. Most of those can be found or purchased or added on to a domain or your hosting package, depending upon how you get your domain or how you're doing your website. And that's what we're moving into now as far as the website. Now that you have a domain, you want to go ahead and get a business website as well. Squarespace, Vistaprint, GoDaddy are just a few of the places out there. There's lots now as far as places that's offering website services. So check there as well for budgets and things like that, because those vary. A lot of those you can do yourself. If you are not tech savvy, they still have the how-to guides and can walk you through it, or there are services you can pay for to have it done for you, if you give them a general idea of what you're looking for and the scope of your website. So you also want to choose a business location. I recommend not using a UPS or a mailbox location as a business address, because they were accepted to be used as well back in the day through the United States Postal Service and the government. However, unfortunately, UPS has these mailbox locations that will not pass when you're trying to do things like you can get the LLC in it, but it won't pass when you're trying to do business verification for some things that I'll mention as well. So I recommend, once again, not using a UPS or mailbox location as your business address. You can use it to receive mail. And you can also shop for virtual business locations, which most of those, if you guys have not heard of them, you're able to pay so much a month. They vary depending upon the city and the accessibility. Where it's usually an office location, a conference room sort, where they have multiple rooms available, where you can book time slots for your business to come in and hold meetings, utilize those rooms and other things for businesses that will help you when you may have a home office, or you may work at a home location or somewhere like that, not a brick and mortar location. So those are good places to use in order to have meetings if you don't want people coming to your home, or you're not going to want to meet in a coffee shop, which due to COVID right now is a little bit harder to do. So just to keep that in mind. As well, the location of where you have your business records is actually going to be your business location. Now, you can say that you have this virtual location that you have meetings at or that you get mail at, but your primary business location is going to be wherever you hold or house your business records or records for the business, which if that is, if you have a home office, that will be your home address. Now, if you have a brick and mortar location, then by all means use that. Of course that's preferred, but there are other ways to get around and do other things in order to have a business location or to conduct business, period. And that was just some quick info about, how to do some things without or with having a rented location. So you also want to choose a business entity type or business structure as well. So you have, your sole proprietorship, partnership, which will be your limited liability partnerships, your limited partnership, general partnership. It's different types of partnerships. Those are layers. Then you have your S corps, your regular corporations, your LLCs, and other things of that nature. I actually am going to be releasing another video so that you guys will know a full breakdown, because there are lots of different business structures. So that'll be separate, so stay tuned for that. As well, you want to register your business with the Secretary of State and whatever your state's outline is for legitimizing or legalizing your business, as far as getting whatever type of corporation you're choosing to go with. Whether that's a corporation, it could be a sole proprietorship, it could be an LLC, whatever your business structure is. So now you want to go to the Secretary of State website for your state or local government. Some places handle that differently, so you do want to check and see how your state handles that. You also have to go through, you may have to go through city or county offices for some small local municipalities just due to the way that their business services may be set up or how they actually incorporate businesses as far as what their rules are. Those vary by state, county, and all of that. So you want to also research as well if there are any other operational licenses or certificates that may be required by the state, your county, or your city. Some places, depending on the type of business that you're operating, may require you to have additional paperwork or get additional, like I said, licenses. So check into that depending upon your type of business and also what you'll be doing or service or product you'll be offering. You also want to get an EIN number. You also want to choose as well when you get your LLC or whatever business you're registered, once you register rather with the Secretary of State. You're also going to have generally an option there to download immediately. So some states give you the option to download immediately. One state I had a business in, I could do the LLC, pay the money, incorporate everything, and then download it right then. Another state I have a business in, I had to go through the process, and then they contact you within generally 5 to 10 days to let you know whether you're approved or not. So that's how, and you get your certificate at that time. So it just depends on as well how that works. Now, moving on to the EIN number, and you will get that at the irs.gov, their website there. So you want to make sure to choose your industry wisely. And upon confirming that you have completed your EIN registration for the business, then you actually they usually give you the option to either have it mailed to you or the business address in approximately 10 to 14 days, or you can download it right then immediately. I recommend downloading it immediately unless a business is actually doing it for you, so then they will probably have it sent to your business location if you're paying a service to do that. Also, you want to have a business bank account. That once you have some kind of incorporation paperwork from your Secretary of State, and then you have your EIN number, which is what banks will ask you for when you're opening an account generally. You want to definitely open that up and list yourself or however many other parties you have that are in the financial aspect of the business or handle the business to a financial portion, which usually they only like for you to have one or maybe two people to handle the money there, so that it's not kind of a mixture of where's the money at as things go along, and they could get complicated. So a couple of business bank account options would be, of course, Aslo is one. They do business banking. They only do business banking. I know they were switching to another bank, bought them out, but they're really good because they let you do invoicing and all of that for free. It comes with the account. And then you have, of course, Wells Fargo, your Navy Federal, BofA, Chase, all of the big banks as well have, business bank accounts. One thing I do want to let you know, just in case you're unaware, you want to make sure that the industry that you are going into or that you're choosing to be in is not on the restricted list. So all banks and all merchants have a restricted list or, set of businesses they restrict or don't want to do business with for whatever reason. Usually they are businesses that have a high cash or a lot of transactions that can be monitored, or will have a high cancellation rate where things are constantly like you're getting so many sales a week, but then also you're doing so many refunds or chargebacks. So things that they can't keep track of, like cash money and also those type of things, are kind of businesses that they don't want. So check with the industry that you're choosing, and also verify with the banks that you're trying to go with. Some have their restricted industries list available online. I suggest checking it and cross-referencing it with the business industry you're into before contacting the bank to even waste your time going through applications for them to tell you you're on the restricted industries list. So, also you want to do marketing. You want to, of course, have a logo if possible. You want to get it as soon as possible. You definitely want to have one. As far as when you get it is up to you. That depends on, your financial situation. And if you can create your own logo, by all means, go ahead and do so. Something is better than nothing. So, having a logo sometimes can be just as important as having a website. So in that aspect, you do want to try to get that, you know, as quickly as you can. Now you also want to have like some of the regular things like business cards. You're going to meet people, you're going to be out there networking. You know, COVID is happening, but there's a lot of online networking seminars and things that people are having that I attend as well, like SBA stuff also for my businesses. So, you know, there's lots of resources there, but you want to at least be able to brand yourself and have some way of communication and communicating and networking with others. So business cards, flyers, banners, depending on the type of business you have and also your business location, will be the type of marketing or, you know, physical things that you have that you can actually give out or people can see. But you definitely want business cards as a minimum. You also want to establish yourself on all of the basic free platforms. LinkedIn, there's Yellow Pages, you know, Google, Yelp, Facebook, Alignable, you know, you have your Instagram, a lot of other business platforms, which I'll be coming out with a book soon so that I can itemize and list all of the resources that I have that people will definitely probably be able to utilize a lot in that aspect. So that is just a general overview of how to legitimize your business. There'll be more coming soon, as well as I'll have the breakdown of additional things that I outlined in there also. Once again, visit our website, number1liaison.com. Also, feel free to email us, info@number1liaison.com. Contact us if you guys have any questions or if there's any particular topics or videos that you would like for me to do. And thank you very much for tuning in.